motion picture Paddington in Peru, aka Paddington 3. In this one, it starts out, we see Paddington, he's getting his passport, getting into all kinds of shenanigans, and then he gets a letter from the Home for Retired Bears, and a nun there says, "Dearest Paddington, mate, I just want to let you know that your Aunt Lucy, she really misses you and such. So you should come see her, yeah? She's acting all, disheveled, and just come see her now, Pip. All right then." So he does. Him and the whole family go down and they get there, and it turns out Aunt Lucy's missing, Joe. And it turns out everybody's looking for El Dorado.
She's
You
been sex trafficked.
At El Dorado. Do you know of it?
Yes, it's the city of gold pussy.
But not just any city of gold pussy. It's the lost city of gold pussy,
The
Joe.
best pussy in the world.
So, yeah, you know, I thought Paddington going to prison was a bit much, but it worked, Joe. Putting Paddington in a fucking El Dorado storyline? What the fuck? Like that's ridiculous. I know it's a goddamn talking bear in a fucking hat and jacket, but this isn't fucking the adventures of young Indiana Jones. Is a bear. This ridiculous. Uh, the director of the last two, he is not directing this one. This is a first time feature film director. The lady that fucked a fish, she is not in this movie, and Sally Hawkins' absence is severely felt.
Oh,
And
Tom.
and the dude, the tranny chaser in the last two movies, who helped write the first two movies, he did not help write this one. And his cameos like cut down to a blurb in a montage, and he's not even trying to fuck a dude in a wig. So I don't know, man. It was okay. It has its moments of charm because it's Paddington. Some of the animation looks really good. Some of the colors look really good, but it just doesn't have that charm and heart that the first two have. You could tell that the director and the writer, and to an extent too, Sally Hawkins, they brought a lot to that shit. But
Hawkins.
this one just yeah, it seemed like all right, this stuff worked in the last one, so we'll just, bring it over and do it again. And it just it's not good. Like everybody was blown away by the pop-up book scene in number two. It's just like, oh, look at this visually nice, creative scene. You're going through the pages of this pop-up book. So what do they do in this one? It's just, I guess, a bunch of faux oil paintings like swirling into each other that you'd see like on 1980s PBS or some shit. Um, yeah, a lot of it is just like, oh, well, this worked before, so we'll just do it again. Paddington just needs to be bumbling. And Paddington's a fish out of water. So, like, why even? Well, we'll just send him back to Peru because I guess he's an English mate now and he has to go back to the jungle, but he finds El Dorado pretty easily. Antonio Banderas is in it. He's playing pretty much Hugh Grant from the last one in the sense that he plays like different characters and costumes because he's from a bloodline whose family just wanted gold. They wanted to find gold and find El Dorado. So he's seeing these ghosts of his dead relatives saying, "Get the gold, eat the bear, get the gold."
Oro, as they say.
He didn't, but they do.
So
Um,
Hatfield and McCoy from the chat says the ads for it were kind of fun. Do you think the ads misled you, Tom?
No, I didn't have my hopes up when they first announced that, those 3 people who I mentioned earlier were not gonna be part of it.
Hmm.
Uh, wasn't blown away by the trailer. It's, this is pretty much the movie everybody thought the first Paddington and, they didn't expect these movies to be like, "Oh, wow, that was actually pretty good." This is more just, yeah, it's an average family movie with a little bit of charm because Paddington's in it. The Nun, she has a fucking like, a Sound of Music number, and it just fucking sucked. Uh Sucked all the dicks in the room.
Have you ever seen The Sound of Music, Tom?
I have.
Oh shit! Really?
I have. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think of whatever. I mean, I liked it. It was okay, you know. There
Yeah.
was there's some good moments here and there, the fucking it's pretty much the same as the first movie where Mr. Brown is like, "Oh, I have to embrace the risk." And that's kind of a good message, embrace the risk in life, get out there and do stuff. That's good. And then there's another met I'll spoil the fuck out of this for a minute and then we'll all fucking piss our pants and throw it at the wall. And there's a like, oh, you can come from one family, but as you grow on, you might find another family, and that's who you're with, and that kind of thing. Good messages and shit like that. Uh, if you're really worried about Paddington looking for El Dorado getting spoiled, I mean, click off now. Spoiler alert, he finds it, and it's not really a city of gold there, Joe. Some would call it a city of orange. It's a giant orange field filled with bears, and that's where Paddington came from. That's why he loves marmalade so much because he's a El Dorado bear and he grew up eating these fucking oranges. And this is a way over convoluted backstory that we never had to know anything about. Paddington's a fucking orphan who almost died on the river. He's this magical bear from the orange grove, you see. Ridiculous. I know. Talking Bear movie, ridiculous. I know, but yeah, this one, easily the worst of the 3. While I still liked it,
So where was it he went? Machu Picchu or where the fuck is it?
Peru, darkest Peru.
Peru. So yeah, so he's an Aztec.
Yeah,
All right.
there's a little
Or
there's a little and a big Aztec bear statue that
yeah,
comes into play.
not an Aztec. My bad
I
to
mean, they're all Indians, it's
yeah,
okay.
my bad to the people that don't exist anymore. You know.
Your people.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't sing this one's praises like the other 2.
But you can sing a song about it, Tom.
Come and suck up everyone, Paddington's in Peru. Paddington in Peru. I wanted to fucking leave when all that shit was going on. Yeah, if I came here and said, "Oh, it was great, man. This is Paddington and it was great," it would fucking devalue those other 2 movies. And does this one just being, kinda average and whatever devalue those other 2? Maybe. It's part of the franchise. I mean, it's a noticeable step down. Some of the animation's really good and shit. The lady they got to replace Sally Hawkins,
Hawkins.
she's not bad, but I mean, she's not the Mrs. Brown we had in the last movies. Yeah, Swing and a miss. It's not terrible, but it's not fucking pretty damn great like those other two. Fucking Paddington looking for the lost city of gold. You're all assholes.
Fucking prick.
Yeah, I mean,
Thanks for checking out the show. We hope you dug it, baby. If so, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and let us know down below. Support Tom and Joe by heading over to DWNProductions.net and FastCustomShirts.com. Until next time.